Good morning, guys. This is Jason, the Okie Sharecropper. We've got some hay on the ground. We've got to rake up and bale. I'm going to try to find myself a new disc mower. I didn't hit anything yesterday. I just wore one completely out. I think my cutter's 24 years old. It's a Chrome 283S, and my main drive has went out of it. It just kaput. I was about 2 little bitty short passes from finishing cutting yesterday, and it went kaput. I had to run by the feed store and fix my other mistake, which you'll see in the video. Bell spikes. Had to buy some new bell spikes. I was pretty close on the price. They were $106 a piece, but I fixed those. I'm gonna fix those here in a little bit. By the feed store, like I said, and I also had to get some horse feed for Red and Nikki. So I'm gonna unload that, and then I'll get my day started. You guys stick around, and like I said, like and subscribe. I hope you like the content because it's changing daily. But right now, I'm unloading feed. I saved those things for a rainy day. I'll just burn them. If anybody's wondering what we feed here, we feed 14% high stepper A&M feeds. It's good feed. I've fed rolled oats, I've had whole oats, I've fed a mixture of stuff, I've fed all-purpose ration. I've fed a lot of things over the years to these horses, and I guess you could call them performance horses when we're using them. Anyway, we had a problem with one of them choking, one of the older horses choking, which I don't know if you've seen her much, but Blue Eyes. She would choke on oats and everything else. So I went to this pelletized feed, and when I went to that, she seemed to be okay. We are going to get her teeth floated tomorrow. The person's going to come out and float her teeth. We wet down her feed, and she does pretty good that way. She doesn't choke at all. Of course, when I talk about floating teeth, their teeth continue to grow. It's not like a human. Their teeth just grow and grow and grow, and they just get taller and taller, and they get uneven, and it gets to where a lot of older horses, if they get poor, sometimes it's their teeth. That horse got pretty poor last year, and she had a tick problem. But also her teeth, she's in pretty good shape now, but she could be in better shape, we think. So just for her quality of life and all, average price right now to float teeth, I want to say we're paying $110 a horse to have teeth floated. So it's not cheap. Equine are not cheap. They usually get in the fence, or they hurt themselves or whatever. They're like giant babies that you babysit all the time. Hay season 2025 continues. You guys stay tuned. Okay guys, we're going to change out those forks on this tractor. ProLink 39TS from Stillwater Milling. So see, they were $106 a piece. That's a pretty good mess up. So anyway, we're going to install these. DeWalt XR 20 volt 5 amp hour. We may be using something else to get them off. He ain't got no sockets that size. That's what we're going to have to do. You got a big crescent? When all else fails, just get a big old crescent wrench. Boy, them babies is on there. I don't know that I can get them off there. See if I can find a cheater. See what this does. There we go. Boy, it's on there. Yeah. Good that they're tight. My goodness. I don't have any of them big impact sockets that size. There's several things around here we use that for, so I gotta get me a set of those. I might have a chrome socket to fit that, but if I had a chrome socket to fit it and I got an impact and busted, it'd shatter it. So it's best I use impact stuff.
That big one didn't have a big enough one?
That big one's not in there. The red ones, it's...
Oh, I left it in the barn.
Yeah, it probably has one, I don't know. I gotta get me some.
That's that wild deal.
These are about
There, though.
8-10 inches shorter than those, the new ones. So I guess they'll be all right. Oh, they'll come out. Wiggle it.
Sledgehammer.
Oh, I'll sledge it out there, Pat. Hang on, you got a sledge. They are. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Show that camera right there. Unbelievable that thing didn't break, but it didn't. Unbelievable. Yeah, they're crooked. To get a whole new deal. Oh yeah. It's just not any fun to get it. I may have pulled that nut when I stuck them in the ground, man.
Look over being
I know how we operate. We'll have to have a front end loader to. One of them is going to be slightly bent more than the other. Just a little. That's what happens when you're sharecropping. They're still bent.
Yep, they're bent. You can see
About like it was before. Oh well. Stupid people do stupid things. And I'm a stupid people. So. Yeah, that wasn't exactly how I'd always dreamed them would go back on.
broke one off and run through that John Deere fuel tank.
They're usable. That's the main thing. Have I even hooked on? No, I ain't hooked on direction. Supposed to put 300 pounds of torque on them, and I don't weigh 300 pounds, so. You'll find out. You'll see on some of this video in a minute why I know these on here. Old sheriff, he's liable to drop a bale of hay. Just wherever he needs to, and sometimes at the end of a row. There you go. I've got stuff. That's how you put forks back on a floater. Hay season 2025, day 3. I hope we don't screw anything up. It's a new day. It's a new shirt. Away we go. First round's always a little different because it's got a lot of turns to it. One of the biggest things about an outside round is the possibility of sticks, because if you see in these photos that there are a bunch of trees on the edge. Let's just cross our fingers and hope that we have a better day than the last 2, because we have broken things the last 2 days. And I don't really want to do that again today. I don't think my banker wants me to do that either. Although yesterday when I called to talk to my banker, he was more than glad to loan me the money to purchase a new cutter. So I've located one cutter that I'm interested in. I don't want to buy a brand new one if I don't have to. I found a pretty good used one, about half the price of a new one, and the new one, like I had, cost anywhere from $16,000 to $18,000. So sometimes they think, well, you know, we charge $35 a bale to bale hay, and I don't think they have a clue what the input cost of this is. You know, I could be at the house doing some other project, showing you guys something else, but I'm baling hay, you know, and it's a bit a lot cheaper because, you know, I've got in this field right now, just these 2 tractors, the baler, the cutters, and the rake. You know, we've got, oh man, used prices. We've got well over $100,000 sitting in this field of ours that we own right now. We're operating at this time, used prices, about $85,000 worth of used equipment. And this isn't new equipment, guys. This is, some of the guys, they would say our stuff's junk, but it's not. It runs good. It's a lot cheaper than a new one. Oh Lord, that tractor probably run you $75,000, $80,000. This little tractor here is a little smaller. It'll run easy, 60, 65. Set of rakes will run you $8,000, $10,000 all day long. Probably more than that, depends. We've got a bigger set of rakes at the house that we'll use in some videos probably. I think they're a 16 wheel. But this tractor, you know, this tractor will bring $25,000, $30,000 used. A new one like this one, it'll run $50,000, $60,000. People don't realize what it costs to do what we're doing. We do it because we like to do it, and we like to help people. And we get to pay for some equipment along the way. Trust me. It takes up a lot of our time. It takes our entire summer and our fall. I don't hate for people, but like I said, we chose to do it. What we do, It's kind of what we're known for around here. We do a lot of it. Help out a lot of people. It is what it is what we like to say. And of course our motto is help a person when you can and get right with a man. I have caught up with my brother, if you're wondering why I'm stopping. And I'm hoping he'll kick out a bell here in just a second and I'll get ahead of him, because it's just hard to race beside him. I'll goose it. We'll go a little faster. There he comes in the camera, I think. Should be. You're fixing to see those hornets too. They ain't left. Well, I hope he doesn't dump a bell there, but he's probably gonna. Anyway, if I get too far ahead of him and something happens to the baler, you know, we're in trouble, because the other baler's at the house in pieces. And typically we'd borrow my cousin's baler, and I don't know if he's in the hayfield right now. He could be, or my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law's on vacation and his baler is broke down. Roll the bell up, but it won't wrap it. So they're trying to fix that. The John Deere place, I think, is trying to fix it. I'll get 2 rows ahead of him and see what happens. Too bad. I don't want to cut a corner too tight for him, though, because it sure is hard to bail when I do that. I'll finish this round I'm on, and then I will stop for a minute, and I'll go back and forth across this field and give him some straight runs. I don't know if you can tell it in my voice, but this sure is rough in here. Yeah, he's a dumping one now. Now he's out of the tractor, so I'm hoping nothing happened. Oh, I know what he did. There was a stick over there, and I didn't get it, but what he don't realize is I didn't rake it. I hope it wasn't a stick that I didn't stop and get, because he might get aggravated at me. And I don't want to go to jail. He might take me to jail for something like that. I don't know. Look in my ice chest here and find me some sparkling ice. Black cherry or black raspberry. Black raspberries are my favorite kind. They don't sponsor us or nothing. We just like to tell people what's good. He's a coming. Y'all can probably see him bailing back there, actually. That's pretty awesome. We're just 2 Oklahoma boys out here trying to make a living, is all we are. Scratch a little living out on the side, take care of a few things, build the American dream, you know. I guess you'd call us small business owners. I don't want to get any bigger than we are. I don't have time to do it all the time. Although, when he and I both retire, this could be a pretty good retirement gig for both of us. But at the rate we're going, we won't have any equipment left. I want to show you guys something. This is the prime example of why I wanted my forks. See where that bale of hay is at? I've got a rake right through there. He's got a bale right through there. So I gotta get that bale out of the way. Neither one of us can do any work. They're both crooked still, you can see. That's okay, they still work. But anyway, so see, they've already paid off today. We're not 15 minutes into this job. All right, guys, let you guys sit there and watch that machine work for a second. Like I said, those of you that are curious, that's a John Deere 4030 tractor running a 467 4x6 mega wide John Deere baler. About 22,000 bales on that baler, but we've taken really good care of it. And it's had bearings changed on it multiple times. Put new belts on it. It's had tires on it. We've knocked the wheel off of it. What else we done to that tractor? He's put an air conditioning system in it. The baler's the main thing. One of the biggest things about a baler is if you'll take care of that sucker and blow it out before you use it every time, you have a less chance of burning one up. Because you get a hot bearing, get a bunch of hay packed in there around that bearing, you're going to have problems. I mean, that's just a given. But like I said, get a little video of that thing working there. That's quite an impressive little machine there. One of the best ones John Deere ever made. And I'll argue that fact with anybody, because that's a testament right there. I don't know how many bells we put on that thing. We didn't buy it new. We bought it used, but I bet it had 10,000 bells on it. We've been running that one for 10 years. He's skipping every other row when he's raking. And what he's doing, he's trying to go, let me see. Yeah, he's trying to go with me the way I rake it. He like chases the way I rake it, the direction. And also it gives him a better place to turn around, an easier place to turn that sucker around, get him more room. But I better get back on the stick or he's going to fire me. So you guys, there you go. That's hay baling Okie Sharecropper way right there, folks, right there. Oh, looky there. He's going to dump one right in front of us. You can. It's got a kicker at the bottom. He'll kick that bale out there like that, gets it away from the baler so he can set the baler back down. See the inner workings of that baler? It's wrapped up. I don't know how fast it's going, but it is getting it. I better get out of the way. Houston, we may have a problem. The sheriff is out of his tractor and he's looking at things. He's got doors open and I bet he's checking bearings. He probably hears something that he does not like. He is feeling of something and I'm not sure what it is. And I don't know, he might be grouchy. I'm not sure. He might be grouchy. He's probably gonna look at me like, silly fool, get out of that air conditioner and come help me. What's wrong? Squealing. That's what I figured. Nothing hot? Whew. Sure gets dirty in a hurry. You just blew this thing out. Don't shut it so it don't get on your eyes. You guys help us listen to this thing. It's fixing to make some noise, I'm afraid. Yep, hear that? They did that the first day this year. It quit last time it started doing this. It's up top, whatever it is. It's up top. Thanks. No, it's down there. Boy, that'd eat you alive if you got in that thing. Whew, man, that hurts. Don't worry, folks. I'm far enough away from it. I'm out of the way. Well, the sheriff allowed that if it got loud enough, we'd find it. But it quit. So it did that last time. It did that the first time this year we used it. And of course, we ain't used it a lot this year because we ain't baled a lot of hay yet. But it comes and goes. We think it's something sliding over, like that's got several rollers in it. We're thinking something's kind of got enough play in it. It slides over against the side of the baler and squeaks and squeaks and squeaks until it, I guess it basically gets tired of sitting where it's at and it just kind of eases way back away from it. Then it quits squeaking. So I'm sure it'll start squeaking again, but he checked all of his bearings. You can touch them, so you kind of know. You do this enough, you kind of know if they're too hot. Didn't think anything was too hot, so he's going to run it. I'll tell you something about that man right there. That man right there runs 24/7. He's the sheriff, so he's never off. He's never off duty, literally. He's on the phone. We've been out here about, I don't know, 30 minutes baling, and he's literally been on his telephone half the time, and I know it's somebody calling and asking him, got a problem, got an issue. It's normally not just chit chat. He's handling business, so it's a testament to his dedication, not only to his family and to this, taking care of people in the hayfield. He literally takes care of thousands of people in Murray County and the surrounding area, as far as he legally need a helping hand, need somebody to talk to, that type of stuff. He does that. He's great at that. I strive to be more like him in those aspects. But anyway, I just want to point that out. He's a jack of all trades and master of none. Just like me. Guys, try to give you a little forward view of lining these rows up. We're just going back and forth like I was talking about earlier. You know, at some point it makes it easier to bale. We line these things up and go back and forth, back and forth. At nighttime, if I'm baling, I've got really good LED headlights, but I can't see way out there. So that row beside me, over that way, that row, I like to have that row at all times when I'm raking hay in the dark. It gives me a landmark that I can go off of, and I can tell where to turn around at and what to get back up against. There ain't nothing worse than getting lost. Getting lost in the dark, early morning in the hayfield, and you're trying to get done, and the baler's looking at you. I'm sure he's getting a little bit irritated because the rake guy can't do his job right. That's what the hay looks like when it dries out, lays out in rows like that, flat, and I'm just fluffing it up where he can get a hold of it. Okay, we're coming up to the same situation. That's why I wanted these forks on this tractor. Really and truly, in my opinion, the rake tractor in a hayfield, baling round bales, really needs to have his forks on. I'm gonna set this over the edge of the field where I think it's out of the way. I'm gonna ease backwards because that ain't real good on my hay rake to ease backwards like that, but I'm gonna do it. That's what the windrows look like laid out. So we got them. We're probably raking 24, 26 foot wide swaths at a time with this rake. Sometimes I overlap so I can get some loose hay against the road. This landowner was nice enough to mark some spots out in the field. Not everybody is that way, but they just tell you, oh, it's 20 foot off of the fence. But, well, This guy, he marked everything. He painted it orange, put a T-post up. I don't know what that is. I think it's the end of a tin horn maybe or something. But it's very, very, very appreciated when they do that, because it's very, very, very expensive when we don't see those things when we run into them. If you're lucky with a cutter, if you run into one, get out with just bending some blades. But if you're not lucky, you could do things like, well, like yesterday, I didn't hit anything, but you could tear a gearbox out of a cutter. But just a brand new gearbox that chrome was $3,451.49, I believe. And it weighed like 110 pounds, I think. And that's just one part. That's downtime, and that's putting the part in and not even knowing if that was, I mean, I know for a fact if I replaced that one part, it would turn again. But I've got some problems with my bar. It just doesn't seem feasible to buy a brand new gearbox. Now, I'm considering doing a video this winter, and I'm going to take that bar apart, and I'm going to buy parts to fix it. Internal parts, not replace the entire gearbox for $3,400, but you know, I might get in and out of it for $1,000 or something or less. It may be a $2 pin that's come loose, but it may not be. It may be something very costly. So, and if I can fix it, it'll be an excellent backup cutter, or it might be my main cutter again. I sure was partial to that thing. That's a good cutter. Chrome makes a good product, but finding a used one around here is not easy. So I don't want to, but I may have to go back with the other green brand, the big JD. That's what I found. I found a John Deere 275, kind of semi-locally. And I'll just be honest with you, it's got a price tag of $9,500. Here he comes. Well, fumble wind's blowing today. What else should we be doing on a Saturday when it's warm? Laying by the swimming pool? Probably so. Yeah, he's got to get right down there and turn around, and then he's gonna be right on my case. So when I get around here, I'll show you guys some balled up grass I just went through a while ago. Stuck right here. That's really hard for a baler to go over top of that. He'll raise his pickup attachment up, which is the thing we fixed the other day, put the new hydraulic ram on. Raise that up as high as he can get it, and just kind of ease over that so he don't knock his pickup out. But when you make this corner right here, this brown looking stuff that's in this hay, that's old clover. It's real runny and clumpy. That's because it balled up in my rake. It just wouldn't come out. So right here I had to raise my rake up actually, just to get that out of my rake so I can take off again. We came into the situation that I had spoke about, the telephone poles, between the telephone pole and the fence not having enough room to rake. But right in here, we just have to do what we have to do. He may come back and get that little bit of hay there, and he may leave it and let it melt in for next time, but I had to raise my rake up so I could get in that space in between the telephone pole and the fence. 4 foot shy of being wide enough for me to just ride right on through. In the other pasture a while ago, I was able to leave my rake down and slid right between the telephone pole and the fence. So either the fence line's crooked, which makes the road crooked, or the power lines are crooked. That's probably the county road that's crooked, made the fence crooked. I highly doubt these poles are that far out of line. Just got a weather alert on my phone. I hope it didn't say rain. I bet it's a heat advisory. I'm gonna do it right here. I'm gonna take this S out of this line right here. I'm gonna lay it into another line that I'm laying right now behind me, and then I'll go down to the end of this and get that little bitty old bit. I'll probably pick my rakes up right along in here though. Driving in between 2 rows, and I'm too big to do that. But you see down here, this is what I was talking about a while ago. You get down here and we get to a point where, you know, we've raked ourselves into a corner is what I like to say. You're going to rake yourself into a corner. But I'm going to raise my rakes up, and I at least gave him an opportunity to get the bulk of what was there. Great, and I'll show it. Get it fitted in the belt. He'll get the bulk of that. So. I tell you what, I'm not ready, man. It can lay. There's too many sticks in it. It's gonna tear up everything. I'm just not doing it. I'm making the executive decision. That's laying. I ain't breaking that. No sir, no read. You see that? I hope you can see that here, little camera there. Tell him I'm throwing in the white flag. Don't be raking. Don't be raking. Don't be bailing. Not this stuff. Ooh, that's what you call boxing yourself in there. Hope there ain't no audio on this one. We get to do something we don't like to do very often. That is rolling out a bale of hay because something happened. I don't know if his door didn't latch, I don't know what happened, but something happened. He got a mess. I better get off here. Go help him. Get throw me in jail. Gotta get some gloves on, folks. That is terrible there. Okay guys, for some reason my mic's quit here. I got some new ones and I'm trying to work the bugs out, but I'm gonna do a little voiceover of the next little bit of this. We've run into a problem here is what we've done. We stopped to dig the baler out and looked down and I saw some hydraulic oil coming out of the tube, the frame tube down by the tires, and the hydraulic hose. That's what I'm showing you here, the routing of the hydraulic hose. Come to find out that hydraulic hose was 14 foot long, or 165 inches is what we made that hose. And luckily we had a local guy that was working at a store in Davis, which is about, I don't know, 10-12 miles from where we were at. And he made us a hydraulic hose in just a few minutes and got us right back to going for the day. But right in here, you'll see us, this is one of the most important parts you can do to one of these round balers is blow the thing out. And he blew this whole baler out to start the day, but since we were down and fixing to work on it, he got all that yucky stuff out of the way. Because what that is, that's dirt, and not dirt so much, but dust and grass that gets in there and it gets around those bearings. Those little bearings get hot and they can burn your baler up. So while he's over there, I just opened up the other side because I knew he's coming back over there to work on that one. But there's all the chain mechanisms to that baler. And like I said, it's just a whole lot better. It's easier to work on these things if they're clean. So we're just going to clean them up here and pull the hose off so we can get it to town and get it repaired. That's what we're doing. I mean, it's unimaginable, the dirt and the dust that gets in these things. And it will make you sneeze your head off. That's really not a real good spot to get into to get these old boogers off. I'm trying to use a crescent there to get that one off. And I think I wound up putting a wrench. I found the right size wrench, which was a 3/4, what it was, I think. Once they broke loose, they come off real easy. It was pretty easy to get them out. So, but it's part of it. And I'm trying every which way till my brother gets over there and he has a different method of getting that thing loose, which was a whole lot better than mine. So just a little bit of leverage, boop, popped it right loose. And then it was pretty much, I had to put a wrench on there for just a second, but it's pretty much finger tight from this point on. Turn that thing down. Just showing you where the other connection was for the other side. Then we had to take off the tie down points.
I think he called it a 5/8 fitting. What we're doing is replacing. We went to town and got a new hose. What, do you need my wrench? Oh no, hang on. Try and get all your dadgum tape off of it. One thing about it, we'll get it on there, it's done, it's fixed. Maybe. Lee had some sticky tape. Quadruple layered that stuff. God. Old Rick, E&A Auto, fixed us up on a Saturday afternoon. That's a Napa. Done good. I don't know. I know. I don't even think O'Reilly's builds these things. Or anybody like that. God, that thing. Oh. There's the other new one. Huh? Final step. That daggum thing probably used 5 gallons of that $100 hydraulic oil there. I ain't never seen that kind before. Gold band agriculture hydraulic fluid. Yep. You gonna have enough hydraulic fluid? Yeah, enough to get started, man. I bet you use 3 or 4 or 5 gallons a season at least. Yeah, every bit of it. That's just normal leakage. Well, mine don't leak like that though. Mine don't take that kind. I don't know what kind mine takes a different kind. That's got that hydrostatic deal. That'll either get you there at once, and then anymore. You ain't got no more in the truck, do you? That's all I think you should have got some always in town. I didn't think about it. Is it on the stick? Well, maybe we'll bail, folks. We'll see. I don't see no leaks. I guess he's gonna take off, ain't he?
Okay, guys. Like I said, I apologize. Those speaker mics. We'll get that ironed out, but just round out this video, show you some clips of us. This place made 134 bales, and it took us, well, the video you're seeing, it was over 2 full days and 2 pieces of 2 days, so we'll call it 4 days. But we got this one done. We moved on to the next one. So hope you guys are enjoying this video. Some of the audio that that you don't get to hear was the biggest part of some of these clips that we had, but I didn't know that it wasn't working until I got home and we checked the video. So like I said, we'll do better next time, but you guys stay safe out there.